Hey everybody, this is Gabe and this is week 3 of the Children's Book Challenge. Now, as I mentioned in my last post, I'm actually having to consider an important question. What do I want to get out of this challenge? The answer to that question determines what I do from here on out. Now, I've been looking at the question, what it is that I want to get out of this challenge, and it splits off into two different ways. Do I want to just get this book published and just out there, just this one solo one, or do I want to possibly look at other books in the future, getting them published? The difference is whether or not I self-publish with just the one or actually pursue a traditional publishing route with multiple. The answer to that question is actually another question. Do I have other books, other content that I will want to possibly get published in the future? If I don't, then I go just a self-publishing route on the one book, and that's the way I would go. If I do have other stuff, then I would actually go this way, traditional publishing, because they are looking for a sustained author with multiple types, multiple books, so they can sell them. They're in the business. So I've been looking at that and judging it, and actually for me, I actually do have some other books that I've considered about writing, and even the current children's book that I've written, I thought that there could be a whole series to it. And so the answer to that question, do I have other content, is yes. And so I'm actually looking at going the not the self-publishing route, but the traditional publisher route. So that's actually what I'm considering doing, is going to this traditional publishing route. And that will entail doing some things which I will talk about next time. But this time around, today, I actually want to talk about that decision of going a traditional publishing route with other content, other book ideas, versus just a one-off. Now, the reason why I decided to go traditional publishing route is because, as I said, I have other book ideas. Now, a question might come, well, if you've had these book ideas, I've had these book ideas for quite a while and even started writing some of them. If I've had them for so long, why didn't I just pursue being a writer beforehand? Why did I do what I'm currently doing for a job or career? Why did I go that way instead of working to become an author in the first place? Well, as you know, sometimes priorities shift. For me, even though I've always liked writing and had that creative mind, I didn't ever put any real focus on it because I had other interests that took priority, other things that I want to pursue above writing, and other career choices, other things that I thought that I wanted to do for a living versus being a writer. Now, I'm not saying that on this particular one that I'm actually looking to be a full-time author, but the idea of being at least a part-time author is intriguing to me at this point in my juncture in my life. With what I've been doing this past few years with these blogs and everything like that, it's been getting me thinking that at the minimum, I'm going to have to learn how to write anyway, to write well, to speak well. Still working on that, as you can tell. But I'm going to have to start, if I'm wanting to do what I have envisioned, it's going to require me at the minimum to know how to write well. So I'm going to have to verse myself and immerse myself in the writer's world. So, life brings about things. 10, 15, 20 years ago, I would have not thought that I would be sitting here considering being an author. But life brings about different things. You start one direction, and then something happens in your life, and it kind of shoves you, not completely off of that track, but shoves you off just the side of it. And then something else will happen, and then all of a sudden you're on a different track. And that's kind of what's happened with me over these 10, 15, 20 years is different events in my life, different things have caused me to veer from what I originally was thinking when I was graduating high school. And that's okay. That's what life does. I don't know how many times I've said it, but life brings about things that you never thought. Life happens. And sometimes it's life redirects you to other things. And here I am, sitting at the juncture that I am, thinking about being at the minimum a part-time author. It's kind of scary. Never really considered myself an author, but who knows? And that's why I'm doing this challenge, is to find out if the book that I've written, if anybody would be interested in it, and seeing what may come about it. And that's why I'm pursuing this challenge. That's why I'm thinking about possibly being, at the minimum, a part-time author. So that's where I'm at. Life redirects us to things, but that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it could take you, this path would have been great, good, but life redirects you to this path, which is even better. And I'm hoping that's what's going on. Don't really know. That's the intriguing part, is trying to figure that all out. So life can redirect you. Just be prepared to be redirected and enjoy it. All right. Next time I'm going to talk about some of the actual publishing stuff that I've learned now that I've kind of decided that I'm going to go traditional publishing route. I've still been learning some stuff, and I'm going to start diving into what I've learned about actually pursuing publishing a book. But until then, this is Gabe signing off. Hope you have a great week, and always attempt a chance to try it. Above all, get to it. All right, we'll catch you later. Bye.